where the drop's at. Specifically the series drops. A lot of people are talking about this. They're wondering, hey, why aren't we getting series drops? We did sort of predict this was not going to happen until September. So we're going to talk about that, where to spend your tokens a little bit, and this Doc is Tin offer review. We're putting together a graphic for you for those token buys, so make sure to hammer down that like button and subscribe if you want to see it coming out soon. So we've got the Dr. is Tin offer in game. This was one that was an absolute must buy when it was data mined at $5. Do not hold that against Second Dinner, because I know those data mines are potentially placeholders, but at $20, is this still worth it? We've obviously got the cosmetic variant. We've got 500 credits. We've got 500 gold. We've got an avatar and 465 boosters, and then probably or maybe the attractive part of 1,000 collector tokens for the price of $20 US. We look at 500 gold in our gold section, and that's probably like, I don't know, $7-ish. So of that $20 price tag, we've got, 7 of it going straight to the gold. So everything else, $13 worth. Is that worth your money? Now let's look at the spreadsheet. So like I mentioned, this was $5. It was an absolute must buy at that point. Made a lot of sense. I have 2 different base pricings in here. It was based on the Token Tuesdays, which is a cheaper spender, versus the $100 gold offer spender, who is somebody who's just going to continually buy that $100 gold offer in store, continually refresh missions, do that sort of thing. Now, they're obviously still working on their economy a little bit. I'm hoping that settles down somewhat soon, but you can see here that this offer ranges from anywhere from $44 US to around $57 US. Not bad considering the actual cost, $20. The percent discount here is pretty good. As far as the base pricing goes, you can't argue that. That's really solid. The most important thing to look at, though, always is your tokens per gold and your credits per gold. Looking at this, the tokens per gold is a little bit higher than our current Token Tuesdays. So in that regard, not bad. Credits per gold, it's not really good. You're not buying this for credits at all. It's kind of like some flavor thrown on the top. So when I look at this, I'm kind of going, well, do I really like everything else? Do I have $20 US that I want to spend this month on something? And again, we've talked about this in our other bundle reviews for the month. There's a lot of really good offers to buy this month. A lot. You got this one. I mean, even Stegosaurus Rex increased dramatically. If you're looking for credits, there is a lot more in that. Even some of these mystery packs. So when I look at this, I'm going, wow, this went from a must buy to a maybe buy. Progress Cosmetics. Personally, I'm not going to buy it. I was absolutely going to. I'm not going to anymore. But that's just my decision because I'm on a tighter budget. I've already spent $100 on that Pro Bundle Mark II, and I'm debating actually even using another $100 on the Stegosaurus Rex to get those credits. So when we're looking at this, just remember we've got about a 0.78 and a 0.73. What else for the rest of the month is even in that range? The next mystery pack, you technically get more credits per gold, but it's not as many. Death Becomes Her is a much more expensive offer, but technically has better ratios. My Hero Arachne, it's a gold offer. It has better ratios as far as credits, but not sure that's where you want to use your gold. We've got a mystery pack that's close. Again, $20 US, not quite there. Full Charge, which seems to be about the same. And that's exactly right. It's exactly the same. So when you're looking at this, the question is, do you want one or the other? Maybe you want one of those cards, or you need one of those cards because you don't have it and you're willing to spend. One Punch Woman, obviously better credits per gold. Mystery pack, $5. It's a much better ratio, but it's only a $5 offer, and you're not going to get a lot of credits out of that. Hail Hydronics, though, a way better credits per gold here, and you get a lot more credits and gold. So if you're looking at that and not really stressed about tokens, that's where you want to spend your $20, is Hail Hydronics. So it's all up to you as far as where to put your money. If you've got the budget for it, it's not a bad offer. Again, that's something that I like to say in every one of these type of videos. Have a budget, make sure you stick to it each month, sort of plan ahead. So remember when we get series drops, they froze those a while back. We don't know exactly what's happening with them. Maybe they'll come back, maybe they won't. We're fully expecting them to come back, but because of the Spotlight cash system, I'm sort of thinking that they're holding on to them because they need to build up the series 4 and 5 pool. This has been discussed ad nauseum either in Twitter, Discord, etc. It has to do with some math and wanting to get that sweet spot of cards in the Spotlight cash system at around, I think it's 30 to 35-ish, somewhere around, or maybe 28 to 35-ish. And this is starting from 2 spots. So we've got a data mine on snap.fan that's showing the first week of September as far as what cards are there. Now we know this, that's no big deal. But what's new is the following week, which is Alioth. So Alioth looks to be Hitmonkey and Snowguard. Now, when I looked at these, before we knew anything, I made some predictions on what I thought things would be. Oddly enough, I had Hitmonkey and Snowguard together, but I had it with Ravana Renslayer. So I think Hitmonkey and Snowguard are obviously going to be with Alioth, which I originally thought was going to be Howard the Duck and Zabu. Both similar type cards. Howard the Duck is equivalent to Snowguard. Zabu is similar to Hitmonkey. So it's kind of like Alioth's a good card. Howard the Duck is trash. Zabu's pretty good. So it's like, it's not a bad week to pick. So a lot of people are looking at this going, why aren't we getting series drops? We're upset, etc. And I wholeheartedly get that. I think, and this is the part where it's a little subjective, so I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, is that Second Dinner is truly trying to figure out where they want the Spotlight cash system to land. I think they have ideas, but they don't necessarily know for certain how we as a community will react. So they try to see how many people are actually buying Spotlights? How many people are not buying Spotlights? Are they too attractive? Are they too unattractive? And so I think they try to figure all of that out so they have a nice pool of cards that people are going to be attracted to pick from the Spotlights. Because if nobody's ever picking the Spotlights, then they're like, okay, we're doing something wrong here. Something isn't working. I'm guessing that's what they're trying to figure out. The other thing that's got everybody hot and heavy is you're seeing this on Discords, on Twitter. I saw it first on Twitter. It's basically a list of all the Series 4 and 5 cards that we've got in game or coming. Because you can see Lady Deathstrike, X23 at the bottom there as far as where they're getting released. The total of this ends up being 34 total cards. There's 14 in Series 4 and there's 20 in Series 5, which is exactly the amount, or maybe at the top end of the amount, that it seems to be for the math to work decently for this Spotlight cash system to be. So around that 34 mark. So, and this is going to be at the end of August, which means, as predicted, September should mean series drops. So I'm expecting in September to get 3 or 4 of these cards to drop. Now, not all of them to Series 3, but to at least drop. Ideally, we would get all of them to Series 3 to get out of here. Maybe some will drop straight from Series 5 to Series 3. So if I had to look at these and go, which 3 or 4 cards are going to drop? Well, Snowguard. I think Snowguard is going to go to Series 3. Howard, I think, could go to Series 3. I might go to Series 4. Nobody's going to buy it. They should just get it out of the pool so that it's just not there, because everybody feels bad when they pull something like that. Stegron and Negasonic, I think, also potentially to Series 3. So what they're going to have to do is, over time, drop things from Series 5 to Series 4, and then potentially drop from Series 4 to Series 3. Ideally, you're never dropping straight from Series 5 to Series 3. It's just sort of like a nice stepping stone process. But I would have to guess that's sort of the thing that we're going to see. I don't know what other cards, when I look at this, that could go straight to Series 3. I mean, look at Series 4. Negasonic's an option. Snowguard's an option. Stature, maybe just because of time. Stegron's an option. Straight from Series 5. Howard the Duck. Maybe Silk. You know, maybe. So those are really the only 6 you're going to look at that could even potentially go to Series 3 in my mind. So this is just all about math as far as like when these things are going to drop. I think if this spot, and look, I'm shilling here. I'm not wanting to shill. I just try to look at everything from all different points of view. I've played games where I've backed developers and said, no, this is going to be cool. And it's like, oh, this is not cool. This is terrible. And been like, okay, well, yeah, I was just wrong. I'm fine with being wrong. I don't have an issue with that. I just still continually try to look at Second Dinner. I don't have a relationship with them. I'm learning that relationship. I'm going to judge them based on my relationship with them to date. And I think that they're trying to figure this out so that they can get the appropriate amounts dropped, and then they can build the pool up, have it be healthy, attract you to want to spend money on Spotlights, that sort of thing. Which, again, if you were doing it and it was your company, business, game, whatever, you want to walk that fine balance of making enough money to support your staff, your structure, investors, and having the game still be fun for your players. And that's the line that they are always trying to walk. Once we get full data mines that are showing this, I'll do another updated ranking as far as the Spotlights go and how to save them. I think Alioth is still a top-notch sort of card to look at. Obviously, Mobius and Mobius and Ravana are solid too. But sadly, both of these are Series 5. There was some stuff floating around yesterday that seemed to be maybe a little bit of a mistake. These are both staying Series 5. Now, the question's going to be is what are the ones going to be for the month of September? We don't know. Maybe they're Series 5. If they keep adding all Series 5, that just means they potentially have to drop some cards from Series 5 straight to Series 3 if they want the system to work. But again, this is up to Second Dinner. I'm just going to react to what they do. And you know what? If they put tons of cards in the Spotlight Cash system, okay, that's on them. We as a community, me as a player, everybody just reacts how they want to react. Do you? Like, don't Don't listen to me. Don't listen to them. You do what works for you. If it enrages you and you want to quit, quit. If you don't care and you want to wait, then wait. It's that simple. Hopefully the stuff that I'm putting out, when I'm working on like guides like this or just general rankings of spotlight caches, I'm hoping that that helps you with your decision making. Same thing with these offer reviews. I do these videos to try to help somebody. I obviously enjoy making content. I hope to build the community around it, but I wanted to do sort of an opinion piece on this too, because a lot of people are upset and talking about it. I just figured I'd give my 5, 6, 7, I don't know how many cents I've put into this thing so far, but I get where we're at. And to me, I'm not expecting this month. I'm not going to be mad for the next month. And even if they don't do anything in September, I'm just going to go, okay, well, that's super annoying. I have no idea what you're doing. And I'm just going to react accordingly. I'm going to look at the spotlights, go, these are the ones I like. I'm going to save my tokens accordingly. And that's the behavior that they're encouraging. We will react based on what they do. If they make it so that it encourages us as a horde, we will hoard. We will do and find any way that we can optimize our gameplay. Min-maxers are everywhere. You've got your whales who won't min-max. They don't have time for that. They're not going to be bothered. You got your free-to-play. We're just going to free-to-play. You play with all 3 sectors of the community that way, and we just all have to react that works best for us. Not one way's right, not one way's wrong. You do what works best for you. So I'm very curious to see how this all plays out. Again, I get the upset, rage, desire to want to know what's happening with all of this. I'm just sort of sitting here watching and commenting here on this video on Twitter and or the Discord, which is linked in the description below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Where are you at with all this stuff? What are you expecting? I'm sure I'm going to get some rage. I'm sure I'm going to get some I don't care, but I'd love to hear it regardless. So are you buying this? Where are you at? We raging? We're not buying? We're buying everything? Who knows? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. If you want to hammer down that like button, we always appreciate that. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.